Okay, Chris. So let's give another tip here, at least in my opinion, for Performance Max campaigns.
Hmm.
And my opinion here, Chris, is that you should add absolutely as many, and I'll throw in the word quality just to qualify it, as many quality assets as possible to your Performance Max campaigns. That means the ads that you create. Well, doesn't mean just the ads. Hear me out, Chris. The text you put in those assets, the lines of text, the images, the logos, the videos, uh, the ad extensions. Those are now part of Performance Max, call extension, call outs, all that kind of stuff. I say add as many quality assets as possible to your Performance Max campaign. The reason why is because they say this to us, and this is a theme we're picking up on here. They say the more assets you provide, the more ad formats the campaign can create, and the more inventory your ads can appear on.
Hmm.
So why don't you kind of tie that back to what we learned about responsive ad text, and do you agree with that? You should be adding as many quality assets as possible.
Yeah. I mean, number one argument for this is listen, when you set up any other campaign in Google Ads, you're going to be spending your time grinding through a lot of things, making a lot of decisions, setting up ad groups and choosing keywords and content targeting based on display campaigns. I mean, all kinds of stuff. I mean, in a Performance Max, you spend your time really doing one thing and you set up assets. You set up a whole bunch of guesses for different ways that you want to try and reach people based on some assumptions for what they're interested in, who they are, and then why they would like your product. It really blows my mind because I've seen accounts set up, Performance Max campaigns set up by agencies. Jason, this is
Hmm.
supposed to be the cream of the, this is the top of the class here. I mean, they're professionals at doing Google Ads, and I just see some pitiful work. This is the one thing that Google asks you to do in Performance Max. Like, give us something good to work with. Give us some good images. And they even take those and do work on top of that. They make these automated videos.
Yeah.
They do. Jason, back in the day, we only had static JPEG images that Google used to create for us. Now we have images that swipe across the screen. They'll even add music to it and create these videos for us. I mean, all kinds of things. It's important because this helps you to reach specific listings that may not be available in the Google Ads inventory. If you want to show up on Gmail, you want to show up on, what used to be discovery campaigns. All these little nooks and crannies that can show in different places for different devices in different spots. Fill out the huge number of places that your ads can show. It's only going to make it better. Even if you only have a couple targeting assets, add lots of text, lots of images, lots of videos, and give Google the strength to create a wide variety of options. I mean,
Yeah, and
I'm
I'm
with you.
getting a raise here because I'm getting people to spend money on Performance Max, but
Mm-hmm.
but you know who else should get a raise here, Chris? I'm going to put a screenshot in our notes here. Is your designer on your staff and your videographer? They need to get raises because the game has changed, and we're not done evolving here. We're not done growing. Speaking for Alphabet here, this thing is just getting started. And what I'm showing you, Chris, is an article from Adweek from a few days ago that says Google Display and Video 360 ads, not ad, but Google Display and Video 360 adds digital out of home to mix. And what you're seeing here is a digital billboard, kind of like at a bus station stop or whatever
Mm-hmm.
on the
Mm-hmm.
sidewalk with a lot of people walking around it. How to get your ads there? I don't know. Is that part of the normal Google Ads account? I don't know. But my point
Yeah.
is, this is where it's going, and the whole point, like, of adding as many assets as possible, is so you can. And the whole point of complementing your search campaign is so you can dominate on search, like you already do, if you're like Chris and I. But then you can take assets of your business and get the same cost per lead and maybe even better on all this Alphabet ecosystem, Google Ads ecosystem that is outside of just search. And the way to do that, you have to have stuff to advertise with: videos, images, more and more text. And there's my point with showing you this billboard on the sidewalk, Chris, is how cool would it be for the local plumbing company to show an ad on a billboard, digital billboard on a sidewalk, to someone who walks by it when they've been on, you know what I mean? Just there's a lot of possibilities here for small businesses that haven't had the access to those kind of technologies before, and it's kind of happening. And so my point is, I think Performance Max is a first step in that direction, and you can't even benefit from it if you're not putting in the assets. So put in as many assets as possible to show up in as many places as possible. That's all I'm saying.
And just to contrast with what we're saying is the wrong thing, because I think that helps clarify what the right thing is. The wrong thing is just going to your site and taking some screenshots of some stock images, or some, taking a screenshot of your header banner that has some text built into it and stuff like that. That stuff's going to get disapproved. The quality of that image is not going to be as good. You're going to have all kinds of problems that is going to limit the distribution of your Google Ads campaign. It's going to be a massive issue. So
it's not that
take
difficult.
The time.
If you have a business and a smartphone, you can take pictures of people at your business doing your business and then put it into the campaign. Okay, so
real people
doing real business here.